All right, I'm going to go through the comps for 25049 North Paso in Scottsdale. So we'll look up here at the top. I have the subject property. We have that ARV at 1.75 on this one. 4 bedrooms, 4 baths, not quite 3,600 square feet, and just over an acre lot. That puts us at a price per square foot at $493 if we sell at 1.75. And I just have this state of home over here is outdated. Obviously, we're doing a full renovation on it, so it's currently outdated. But we'll scroll down here and look at some sold comps. So the thing that with this one that is unique, there just aren't a ton of comps in that area that were renovated before they were sold. So there are not a lot of sold comps that are renovated. There are a lot of sold comps that were not renovated, and what I believe that is due to is people just haven't had to renovate their homes recently. They've just been able to kind of sell them as is, no questions asked, and they sell no problem. But now the market's shifting a little bit, so I think we're going to see a lot more of those renovated properties come on. And the other thing is, it was just kind of hard to get a deal in this area in order for like an investor like myself to come up there, buy the house at a discount, renovate it, and then resell it. So just because the market was so tight in that area, as far as people were able to just list it and sell it for whatever they wanted at the time without having to do anything. So that's kind of my conclusion as far as not having a ton of renovated comps in that area, while there are a couple. We'll walk through here real quick, but I did want to just mention that 1, 2, 3 out of the 5 sold comps that I have, you'll see over here, are outdated still. 2 of them are updated, and I would even consider one as updated within like the last 5 to 10 years. I wouldn't consider it like a renovated property. So keep that in mind when we're looking at the resale value or the sale value over here compared to what we're shooting for, because these have not necessarily been updated. They sold as is, which is a really good sign as we're evaluating the property and the comps. Hopefully that makes sense. So over here, you'll see the address, the date it was sold. All sales are in the last year, in 2023, with the exception of Happy Valley at 2.2. That was about 10 months ago. That's the highest sale comp, and that was one of those that was renovated. But the other ones here were not renovated. I included this one. It's a very recent sale, and this is one to pay attention to because it's actually the house next door to the subject property. Sorry, getting a phone call. It's the house next door to the subject property, and it sold completely as is. You'll see here we're about 700 square foot. Our property is about 700 square foot larger than this property, and as is, it sold for 1.39. And so that's a price per square foot of $483 a square foot, which I kind of did quick math over here. If you look over here, I multiplied all the sales by square footage based off of our square footage, and that's what that sales price would be. I don't think that is all that accurate, because I don't think we could go and sell our property today for 1.7. I think 1.75 is the baseline ARV, in my opinion, once the work is done. But just thought that is interesting, and just really trying to paint the picture here as far as the comps go, due to just not a ton of renovated comps. So anyway, this is the one next door, 4 bedrooms, 3 baths, compared to our 4 bedroom, 4 bath, about 700 square feet smaller, roughly the same size lot. And I think I have it open up here. It's a nice house, don't get me wrong. It's nice and clean, but it's still outdated. Hasn't been updated. It's probably completely original. It's got a nice backyard, nice pool, Our pool is going to be brand new, which will add a lot of value. But the other thing to consider is if the house isn't updated, then the systems probably aren't updated. The HVAC's probably not updated. Electrical probably hasn't been updated. Obviously, you can see here the kitchen still have tile countertops. So it's a nice, clean house, but it's just outdated. And our house is just going to be much, much nicer than that. We're going to put about $80,000 into the kitchen, and put money into the bathrooms. Kitchens and bathrooms are what sell homes. And our house is it's a super special house, and I'll show you the pictures. It's really hard to get an understanding for it without seeing it in person, because it has this beautiful courtyard that you walk through, and it's one of the original homes in the neighborhood. It's all slump blocks, so it's all brick. The entire exterior of the house is brick. It's just a super solid house. It makes you feel like you're somewhere in Mexico on a 300 acre ranch or something. But I'll show you some pictures so you can try to get an idea. But anyway, that's the house that sold next door as is for almost 1.4. We had a renovated comp here that sold for 2.3, a little larger home, and that was about a year ago, not quite a year ago. Then come down here, we have one at 1.5. That's a 3-bedroom, 3-bath, 1.9. That has one more bedroom but smaller square footage. Let me see if I find that one. 24202 North 3rd. See if I pulled that one up here. Yep, here we are. So that one sold at 1.9, and this is the one that I said was like probably updated within the last 10 years. You can see that it's very ornate, so that's kind of nothing wrong with that by any means. Obviously, somebody liked it. They paid 1.9 for it, but very nice house, but super ornate, not necessarily up to date as far as trends go and what folks are looking for in their renovated house, but still a very nice, clean, luxurious sort of house. You can see it sold for 1.9 and about almost exactly the same square footage as ours. It says it has one more bedroom, but that could be an office, or could be an office conversion. Our property actually has what could be an additional bedroom as well if we were to put a closet in there, but right now it's being used as like a second living room or a second or an office, excuse me. Then we have another here sold at 1.65 that is outdated and roughly same square footage, same size lot in April. So those are kind of the comps. Again, the main key factor on those is pretty much all of these that sold within a close distance were for the most part outdated, with exception of one. And I couldn't even pull up most of the pictures for the one that sold that was updated, that sold at 2.3. They weren't online anymore, but I could tell in the description that they still had that it had been renovated. So that's why it sold for what it sold for. Now we'll go down here to some active listings. So these are properties that are actually currently listed for sale in the area. And you look over here, this is the distance from our listing. There are some others in the neighborhood that are closer by that again are just being sold as is, or outdated, or smaller, or only had 2 bedrooms or whatever it is, that just weren't great comps. So I didn't include those. I went out and tried to find the best, comparables that I could that were currently listed, and you'll see over here roughly the same square footage. This one's a little bit bigger, but that price tag's a lot bigger. Almost $1 million more than our ARV, and on our high end we're shooting for $2 million. If we get that upside, anywhere $2 million plus is going to be major upside for us. So these are kind of the reasons why we feel like we will see ourselves in that upside once we put that finished product out there on the market. We think people are really, really going to like it. And especially if you go back up here and you see this one's selling at 1.9 and not really even all that updated, just kind of, it's been well taken care of and updated in the last 10 years. So anyway, I'll come down here. We'll see, I have some of these pulled up. Probably have these here, and this will give you a good idea of what we're looking for from a renovation standpoint, like what the kind of product that we want to put out there or that we will be putting out there. This is one that's listed at 2.2. They did do a price drop at the beginning of October, but we're at 2.2 on this one, roughly the same square footage, and just a very, very nice home. I will say, while this is very nice and very well done, we're putting the top of the line cabinetry. We're putting very, very nice appliances in there. We're putting all new HVAC units in there. We're redoing the roof. So we're not just going in and making this cosmetically nice. We're actually going in and addressing the systems and upgrading the systems as well. But while this might not necessarily be the style we're going through for, this is like the level of modernity that we're trying to put out there in the market. As far as what we're offering, we're going to lean more into the traditional Spanish style as opposed to kind of more modern farmhouse style that this is. But this gives you an idea of what a renovated property is being listed at and what the expectation is for that. And I think I have one more up here. Yeah, this one's listed at 2.7. I think they have this one a little high. It's larger square footage, very nice house, nice lot, kind of grand entrance there, which makes a difference certainly. But this one is nice and bright. They have newer fixtures throughout, so I would call this like kind of a semi-updated as well. While it's a very nice home, there's nothing like super special about it. Kitchen's been updated, but cabinetry is nothing all that glamorous, or special. It's pretty nice though. But nice house, nicely updated. I bet this was probably updated within the last, I don't know, 3 years or so, 4 years. But nice home, very nice home. Have it at 2.7. I will be surprised if it sells for that, but you never know. Somebody might like it. Come in, even if that sells at 2.3, 2.35, something like that. That's still a really, really strong comp for us. So that explains the comp sheet here and kind of where we're coming from. Again, like this is our ARV, that's our target, that's what we're going for. But we are going to put a product out there that we feel like can command $2 million because this house, we really just feel like this house is super special. It has more character than anything I've shown you, anything we really see out there. And that's important. You know, people who are coming in and paying this price point, they want something special, and this house is special. And that's why we're so excited about it. I have some pictures. I think these are the pictures. Nope, that's another house that we're looking at. So this is before the seller cleared their stuff out. This is the, I'll say, one of the main living areas. There's a little bar over here to the left. This is right when you walk through the front doors into the main area. The house has this beautiful, just Spanish style to it with high ceilings, beams throughout. And it's hard to tell from this photo. I need to put a video on here that I took, but we didn't take these photos, but we'll replace this gate. But you can see right here, Spanish tile roof. It's a slump block. The entire house is super solid on a large 1 acre lot with mountain views in the back. But you walk through, it has a horseshoe driveway in the front. You pull up, you open these gates and you walk through into this just beautiful courtyard with all of these mature plants. There's a fountain running right in the middle. You walk in right here to the front door, or you have a master suite on this side that opens into the courtyard. You have a master suite on this side that opens into a courtyard, and it's just an incredible property. We've honestly considered keeping it for ourselves, but I think at this point we're probably going to try to maximize the profit on this one. But it is just compared to what you normally see with the stucco kind of adobe look that you get everywhere in Scottsdale, This is just a lot of the original homes in Paradise Valley and some of like the higher end neighborhoods in Scottsdale. This is how they were built, and we bought it from the original owner, and it's just got so much character. Um, as you can see, it has a 3-car garage as well. Let me see if I can. These are kind of these are kind of pictures. This is from the side of the house coming out of the garage to the road. So it sits back off the road. You can't really see the house from the street. Horseshoe driveway. This is an entry into one of the. Oh, I'm sorry. That's the front entry, um, and it has 4 fireplaces, 1 in each bedroom. All the bathrooms are going to be completely remodeled. They've all been gutted. The kitchen's been gutted. We raised the ceiling up already. Cabinetry's been ordered. This is looking back to that front door. Trying to see if there's anything else. These are just windows in the bathroom into these little sun areas with trees. Let's see. This is on the side of the house. We'll have the roof is actually not in bad shape, but it has some areas where it needs to be repaired. So we're just going to go ahead and reseal the entire thing so we can market it as a full new roof. Don't have the picture of the mountain views where we're going to put the pool in right here in the back, but it's going to be incredible, really incredible. Need to get some more pictures of like the back porch so you can see the huge back porch in the back and just get a feel for what that's going to be like. But here it is. It's not the greatest picture because it cuts half of it off, but this big, huge outdoor space in the back and nice retaining wall back here, and then the pool is going to be over here to the left. So it's just a really, really cool house. So we think $2 million is attainable. We feel very confident in 1.75. That's what we based our underwriting off of. And so that's the justification. Hope that makes sense. Let me know if you have any questions.